Hello everyone, it's your boy Minatsu here, and I'm bringing you back with another Dokkan video. So today we're going to be taking a look at the new EZA for the LR androids, the free-to-play unit that came out all the way back in 2016 for JP and 2017 for Global. Very long time that people have been waiting for their EZA, including me, and they're one of my most anticipated EZAs, so I'm very excited to see how they look actually in-game. I want to go ahead and break down their actual kit before we really go in and talk about the teams and run them on here. But the earlier skill is Key 4 and HP attacking defense 80% to all types, which is pretty good. For free to play units specifically, there's not a lot of rainbow leaders and stuff like that. For that's 80% or higher for if you're strictly free to play and stuff like that. So that's good. Shout out to JFan, I guess. His super attack effect. He does raise attack and defense 1 turn on his 12 key, causes colossal damage to the enemy, and lowers attack and defense. His 18 key, it's basically the same, but now they greatly raise attack and defense, so that's a 50% raise. They do Mega Colossal, and they lower attack and defense, so I like the debuff. It definitely is very helpful in Super Battle Road situations. And then the greatly raising attack is not that big of a deal, but the greatly raising defense, again, it's a very powerful effect, a 50% raise. So nowadays, units that don't raise defense on super attack are kind of automatically shafted unless they have dodge or really high damage reduction or something like that. So I'm glad they got this defense raise. Very, very important. So the passive skill is attack and defense plus 78% when performing a super attack. They give extreme class allies Key 4 and 50% defense. They get an additional Key 3, 78% attack, and they launch an additional attack which has a medium chance being a super attack when they're attacking superclass enemies. And then they give superclass enemies a debuff of defense minus 78%. So, kind of breaking down on why this is a very good passive skill. Well, I guess I'll get the bad out of the way first. The defense minus 78% for superclass enemies is pretty pointless. There's not really much merit to that at all, unfortunately. But it is what it is. It's just an extra thing that kind of you're never really going to see much practical use for, at least right now. Maybe if there's a unit in the future that's like an android unit who wants enemies to be debuffed and stuff like that, maybe that'll be helpful, but we'll have to wait and see. So the 4 key and 50% support to extreme class is very, very good. It's the opposite of the LR physical Saiyan EZA, where they gave it to super class, but I feel like it's more important for extreme class units to have a support type unit like that, because extreme class units can be wonky with links with each other. Some have shocking speed, some have fear and faith, stuff like that can really make it weird to team build sometimes. So it's very good that they're giving the 4 key to all extreme class allies, and allows them to be a very good aging support unit, especially with their greatly raised on super attack. That Key 3 and 78% attack and the medium chance being a super attack is very good, because most of the time I feel like you're fighting super class enemies, so you're gonna see that a lot. What I would say is you have to keep in mind that when putting it on top of the 78% attack and defense when performing a super attack, they're actually still calculated in separate phases, because how the game works, when it's a passive that's when attacking super class enemies, the game detects if there's a superclass enemy at the start of the turn. So because of that, the passive, for example, the 78% attack would count at the start of turn rather than on super attack, which ends up making the unit a lot better, because the 78% attack they get on super attack will multiply against that 78% attack when attacking a superclass enemy, which will in turn make them hit a lot harder when they're against a superclass enemy than they usually would, based on how you would presume the passive would be in. So that's very good, and that's why against superclass enemies, I feel like their attack is gonna explode, which will be very interesting to see. But that's basically what they do on their passive skill right there. And now if we move on, this is the equips I gave him. I gave him 400 defense right there, a level 4 dodge, just because why not? And then I gave him level 4 additional and 3 HP, the extreme Super Battle Road EX skill for Extreme AGL. Very, very good. Actually, I need to add them to my level 10 link, because they are full level 10 links whenever this loads. Okay, they're just gonna load forever. They are full level 10 links right here. And talking about their links, they have Infinite Energy, The Innocence, Twin Terrors, Nightmare, Fear and Faith, Shocking Speed, Legendary Power. Their category teams are Androids, Join Forces, Siblings Bond, Android Cell Saga, and Target Goku. So that's the one issue you can bring up about them, is that they're only at 5 teams, which is not the worst thing ever, but there's like 70 plus categories now, so given the amount of Super Battle Road stages and category missions we have, it would be better to be on more teams. But again, it's not the worst thing. They are still a very powerful unit. So I'm going to show them on 3 teams. Firstly, the Android Cell Saga team led by LR Cell. And we're just going to kind of show them in a Dokkan event or two, kind of see how they look like here. Next, we're going to take them into the God event, Type Advantage. I might change this up to see how they do Type Neutral as well. I feel like they're going to really do very, very well Type Advantage. So we'll see. If I feel like I want to show them Type Neutral as well, I could definitely make a build for that. And then finally, we're going to go into the Android stage of Extreme Super Battle Road. And we're just going to kind of see them here. So their linking partners are mostly going to be this guy. This guy and them link extremely well. I'll do a separate video on this guy for sure. And then this 18 as well. Again, this 18 and them link pretty well. Actually, I might make the change to this real quick. I'll make a quick cut. I think I'll make a quick change actually. Give me 1 second. Okay, so I did update the teams real quick. Actually, this is going to be the team we're going to do with the God event. I'm just going to show them Type Neutral instead of Type Advantage. I feel like they could very easily go Type Neutral. And in worst case scenario, we'll show them how they do a Type Advantage as well. So we're going to go against probably Stage 9, Sidra, like always. I feel like nowadays I just always do against Sidra. But this is going to be the team. And then I just made a leader from 21 to 13 just for the extra stats in this stage. So yeah, that was basically the teams, and we'll go ahead and move on to the Android Cell Saga team. Alright, we are here. We're going to have a pretty solid amount of links active here. So if I close the unit here, let me make sure I get their links correctly here. So right here, they're going to have Infinite Energy, the Innocent Twin Terrors. I believe this should be Nightmares, and Legendary Power right here. I believe should be all the links active. So their defense is 93k. So keep in mind again, they get 78% attack and defense when performing a super attack. And they're giving everyone defensive support. Like look at Cell right here at 200k. Okay, so let's see what they do here, honestly. We're going to be attacking a super class enemy. So I'll get 3 key right here. And I'll show that they do get the extra 3 key when they attack technically. So let's go ahead and show. The 17, he does have an easy. I haven't easy 8'd him yet. He's actually pretty solid after easy A's, so that's pretty cool. But for the showcase, it's good that he's not easy A, I guess, because he won't. I mean, either way, even post easy A, he won't like do too much damage, but it'll just leave us with more HP. Okay, so let's see what you do here. A 4.7 million attack stat is pretty good without support. This is them attacking a super class enemy as well. And again, their defense right here is very high. So they raise their defense by 78%. And then an additional 50% because of their 18 key super attack modifier. Next time we're going to be able to see them with support as well. We got this full Cell rotation, by the way. I mean, I want to see that. That's pretty high defense for Cell. This LR in Cell can be pretty good sometimes, for sure. Even nowadays. Especially on this Android Cell Saga team with like a full Cell rotation right here. Like that World Tournament Cell is pretty good. He's also an extreme class support type unit, which I brought him on the team to kind of show him with the new LR, but I didn't really pan out that way, did it? I'm pretty sure we're going to kill this Gohan this turn, so that should be fine. And we'll see one more rotation next turn. This time we're going to be able to have the STR EZA Android 18 that came with the Super Vegeta celebration. So she does give Android's category allies in total 34% attack and defense and like 2 key, I believe. So that'll be pretty good. We won't have Legendary Power here active, but we may get an additional link or two. Let me check here. So this time we don't have Legendary Power, but now we have, this should be, I believe, Fear and Faith, if I'm not mistaken. Let me make sure. Is this Fear and Faith? Because I know sometimes the wiki in the in-game has different links. No, this is, I'm not even sure what this link is. Again, the wiki in-game has different links, how it's worded, so that's really weird, but we'll go ahead and move on like this. So I guess I'll put you in the front slot again. I'll put you right here. Again, it's very, very easy to get key for them, and they're at 121k defense already. Wow. Their defense is like, what? It's like nearing 300k or something post super attack easily, right? Because again, they get the 78% defense on super attack. Then after that, they multiply that by 50% again. So if they're like nearing 200k defense plus super attack, which they easily will be, then they get another 50% on top of that, which will make them around 300k defense, based on how that actual math works out. So at a 5 million attacks again, this is a support unit, by the way. So this is a unit that you will just have floating on the team, for the most part, and the debuff as well. They're looking pretty powerful here. That's really good. So I think we saw a good amount from them right here. I'll go ahead and next we'll move on to the God event and see how they look out there. Type neutral. So no one is running Android 21. Because of that, I will bring an AGO 13 friend, which is perfectly fine as well. This guy's level 10 links, right? Yeah, that's fine. Okay. This should be fine. So now we're going to head into the God event stage 9 against Sidra here. They do end up in the first rotation, actually. Okay. This is going to be a test, honestly. So we'll see how exactly they look here. They're getting a lot of supports. They'll be able to be right here in the first slot. So they'll have everything active except shocking speed and legendary power. I think they'll be looking pretty good here. And the 17 right here as well. He's looking pretty solid. So I think the AGL 13 could die at the end. But if we see, I'm sure by, if they take a super, 4.3, wow, okay. This guy, I'm almost done finished his link. So we'll see him soon. But yeah, 6.7 million, huh? That's pretty good. Do you guys think that's good? I think that's very good. For a free-to-play unit. And there's that. They almost got the double super. How much will this do? Death, right? No, they survived, huh? Wow, that is very impressive, actually. To be able to survive a type neutral super attack. I feel like the Sidra, his super attacks hit pretty hard sometimes. So, I mean, he is a God of Destruction boss, and this is type neutral. Like, look at what 13's taking right there, man. That's very impressive. Wow. Okay, I want to see him a little more here. Obviously, I don't want just this one rotation. They did have, what, that's 55% support, basically. Is there a 21 here? There's no 21, okay. We'll bring another 13. I'll bring you, whatever. I want to save that other one on my friends list for the... yeah, I want to save the other one on my friends list for the actual super bad road run. So let's start with S tier 18. Now, 18 is not giving any support because there's no Krillin on the team. I think putting 18 in the front is the smartest move. Okay, so still at over 100k defense. Okay, interesting. I want to see how they do without support as well. So I'll be pushing this guy off. And besides, this guy, although he might be the safest option for slot 1, I would prefer to have type advantage just in case. Just in case this guy super attacks in the first slot like that. Okay, yeah, perfect. So we should be good in the first slot for sure. And I'm presuming they're going to take double digits. Their attack will be lower than what it was last turn. Because again, they will not have the additional 30% support attack and defense from the actual Android 13. So still almost a 6 million attacks then, man. I mean, this AGO 17 brings out a lot in them because they share 5 out of 7 links, which is very good. I mean, this AGO 17 with his EZA, he's pretty good himself right there, almost rocking a 4 million attack stat. Very, very good defensively too. So they're looking pretty solid together, honestly. I'm very glad to see how they're looking out right now. Is there a way I can hide 13? I can, okay. I'm going to heal. And I'm going to push them off rotation. So as long as 13 doesn't get hit by a super attack, it's going to be no issue for us surviving. And so the next fight we're going to have against the Extreme Super Battle Road will be when we see them like not against a super class enemy. But I want to highlight how they look against super class enemies because for the most part, again, you will be fighting super class enemies. So you will be seeing them hit pretty hard like we saw last turn for sure. And, you know, they're not even on a like full 70% leader skill because I'm running at S tier 21 as my leader. So they're missing out on some defense. Like, again, also what we saw in the Cell showcase. I believe they were at full 170% team on the last showcase. But this one, their defense is a little lower than, you know, if you're running AGO 13. Okay, so right here, they're going to have everything active except for, I believe this is... No, this should be... Is that Twin Towers? Let me check what this... What is this link right here? This link is... Innocence. This is the Innocence, and then legendary power, of course. So they're at 95k defense here. Let's see. Again, I feel like their defense is a lot better than I feel like people may think because of the greatly raised on top of the 78% on super attack. It's a very, very huge difference. Like, their defense, like, more than doubles easily. It might even almost just triple based on how they raise their defense on super attack. So, yeah, again, 4.5 million is still a pretty good attack stat without support. And then, keep in mind, they're supporting every single ally on rotation with 4 key and 50% defense. So, that helps not only themselves, but the defense helps Super 17 in the back, for example. Obviously, with the double super, they easily take double digits, like, easily, like, 330k plus defense. And 17, he hasn't built up his damage reduction just yet. So, let's see how much he'll take with difference with the support. Yeah, only 33k attack neutral, that's a lot. That's a very, very good difference. So, I'll do this. I think with Android Assault, these two should be just fine here. This guy is missing out on a lot of the defense from having a 17 on rotation, though. So, just in case I'll hit a fool here. We could die. If we die, it's fine. But hopefully we'll see one more rotation, this time with Delta 17. But now with the 5 million from this 21 actually is pretty good. But we'll be able to see hopefully from, what's his face? The STR21 again. The triple 18 rotation, I guess. Looks pretty promising, I feel like. So, she's looking pretty good. I like this unit a lot, for sure. And again, we saw last turn how good they are. So, you could just realistically just throw them on a team. And defensively, they'll be able to do very well type neutral. So, we're dead here. For sure. So, that's fine, though. We saw them, like, look, we saw this 17. Like, look how much damage he takes. And look how much damage the Agile 13 takes. They're not, like, the worst defensive units ever. So, you could tell how strong their defense, or how high their defense really does get post super attacks. So, this is taking forever to load for some reason. We'll go ahead and move on to the final stage. Android's Extreme Super Battle Road. Alright, we are here in the Android stage of Extreme Super Battle Road. So, right here, they're going to have, I believe this should be Nightmare. That should be, what link is that actually? Again, I don't have the wiki pulled up anymore, so let me double check here. This is Fear and Faith. This is Nightmare, right? Yeah, this is Nightmare, Fear and Faith, and Legendary Power. So, they're going to be looking pretty good here, hopefully. The only issue is that, yeah, the big issue is hell in the first slot, I feel like. Probably have to do that because I didn't get any other 17s with them. That's fantastic, of course. Okay, that's how Showcase ends up working out a lot of the time. So I have to put Cell in the first slot. They're not a slot 1 unit. That's for sure. They're definitely not a slot 1 unit. Probably gonna try and take care of you. So Cell will take some damage, especially against a physical enemy. We did here. What unit is that? No, that's type advantage. Okay, thank goodness. Whew. Oh, wait, actually, no. We stunned the physical enemy last time. Okay, good, good, good. You guys didn't say that, but last time I did stun the physical enemy. So, we're gaming, I think. I should have targeted the tech guy, actually. Oh, well. So, we should be good here, given that we don't get, like, massively super attacked by all 4 of these guys. But keep in mind, these are all extreme class enemies now, so we're not going to get the additional 78% attack and defense. So, I mean, 78% attack, which you can see right there, they only hit a 3 million attack stat. That's pretty... That's not really that great, obviously, because they're getting the 30% attack and defense support from those 13. Now, defensively, they're very strong, and they did debuff the enemy's attacks, so they can be pretty good here. Are we dead? No, we're alive. Okay, we're gaming, actually, so let me heal all the way up. And I'll push you off rotation. I mean, Super 17. My Super 17 is only 55%. He's not even maxed out. He's looking pretty solid here. So let's just keep going. Let's attack straight up. And we should be able to see next turn again. Hopefully we'll get this AGL 17 to the other rotation. That will be ideal. Yeah, this 17's not looking... 55%? He's not looking that bad. Again, these Easy A17s really help him. I'm going to do a separate video on these Easy A17s right here. But I guess you can kind of see them like a little bit in action. They're not full level 10 links yet, but they're almost there basically. So they seem pretty good. I'm very excited to actually... like try them out and see how they work in different situations. We'll see again next time. It'll be basically the same rotation. I think I'm gonna keep Cell in rotation. I think that'll be best for now. Because I feel like I don't want to have like too many support type units on the same rotation, especially in a super battle road setting. I feel like 13 is a unit that you just want to constantly be floating. So most of the time you're not really going to keep him on rotation anyway. So yeah, if I put 17 in the first slot, he would have been dead easily. Are we dead here anyways? We might actually just be dead here anyways, unless the 17 gets a stun. Yeah, 3.3, not good, honestly. Because that's with support again. But they are supporting everyone. So, like, for example, if we didn't have their support this rotation, Cell would have died. What did they take here? 336k. I mean, that's not terrible. You may think that's really bad, but this stage hits extremely hard. This stage can really, like, just one-shot you a lot of the times. Like, you saw how much damage Cell takes? This is type neutral. It recommends me to use these guys as my friend lead, huh? I'm taking 13. Okay, let's see again. Do we get a good rotation here? Oh, it's actually perfect. Okay, perfect. So what I'll probably do is I'll keep the AGL 17 in the first slot, and then we'll keep these guys in the second slot. I feel like that's a pretty solid rotation. Because these guys activate the 17 in his passive, so we'll attack you. I'm actually gonna lower his attack right here. And then 13 you're gonna try and stun him, so hopefully we don't get obliterated in the first slot, but let's see. Yeah, the 17's not really taking too much damage. Well, type neutral he's not taking too much. Type disadvantage he definitely could take a lot of damage for sure. Okay, he shouldn't really take anything even from a super attack here, I feel like. Right? He didn't die. Okay, thank goodness. Yeah, 4.5 million attack set. That 17 definitely does wonders for this unit, that's for sure. They're basically the best friends. Easily. So, now we lower their attack. Double digits from both. Yeah, I mean, what more do you guys need to see, honestly? I mean, they're looking pretty good here. Even without the HL 17 on rotation, they did extremely well. The 17 is probably going to die here, so I feel like we'll just end it here for sure. I think they're like very, very powerful. Fortunately, I don't have the new android, so I can't like, like Ghost Usher and stuff like that. But that's fine. I mean, even without the new androids, they don't even link well together with the new androids, honestly. They share like 2 links, but this LR androids looks pretty powerful all in all. Again, they're a very good support type unit as well. Like, keep in mind, during this whole showcase, they supported every single unit with 4 key and 50% defense. That's very, very good. So it allows units like, for example, the AGL 17, when he got supered in the first slot, he took a lot less damage because these guys were supporting. When Cell took that super attack for like, what, 420k attack, he could have died there most likely, but we did actually die in that attack because their defense support. So that really shows you how powerful it can be. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace out.